Hello, welcome back again. Today we're going to read from the book of Matthew. This is chapter 5, and we're going to start in verse 33. And I don't have an ending spot. I'm just going to read until I feel like stopping. I'm reading out of the Common English Bible. This is actually Starley's Bible. She's not here again today because I am on my lunch break at work. So anyway, I hope this blesses somebody, and let's hear some words from God. Again, you have heard that it was said to those who lived long ago, "Don't make a false solemn pledge, but you should follow through on what you have pledged to the Lord. But I say to you that you must not pledge at all. You must not pledge by heaven, because it's God's throne. You must not pledge by the earth, because it's God's footstool. You must not pledge by Jerusalem, because it's the city of the great King. And you must not pledge by your head, because you can't turn one hair white or black. Let your yes mean yes, and your no mean no. Anything more than this comes from the evil one. You have heard that it was said, 'An eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth.' But I say to you that you must not oppose those who want to hurt you. If people slap you on your right cheek, you must turn your left cheek to them as well. When they wish to haul you to court and take your shirt, let them have your coat too. When they force you to go 1 mile, go with them 2. Give to those who ask, but don't refuse those who wish to borrow from you. You have heard that it was said, 'You must love your neighbor and hate your enemies.' But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who harass you, so that you will be acting as children of your Father who is in heaven. He makes the sun rise on both the evil and the good, and sends rain on both the righteous and the unrighteous. If you love only those who love you, what reward do you have? Don't even the tax collectors do the same? And if you greet only your friends, and if you greet only your brothers and sisters, what more are you doing? Don't even the Gentiles do the same? Therefore, just as your heavenly Father is complete in showing love to everyone, so also you must be complete. Be careful that you don't practice your religion in front of people to draw their attention. If you do, you will have no reward from your Father who is in heaven. Whenever you give to the poor, don't blow your trumpet as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, so that they may get praise from people. I assure you that's the only reward they'll get. But when you give to the poor, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that you may give to the poor in secret. Your Father who sees what you do in secret will reward you. When you pray, don't be like the hypocrites. They love to pray standing in the synagogues and on the street corners, so that people will see them. I assure you, that's the only reward they'll get. But when you pray, go into your room, shut the door, and pray to your Father who is present in that secret place. Your Father who sees what you do in secret will reward you." So, what really stuck out to me this time while reading this was the section where Jesus was talking about love. How we are supposed to not only love those who love us, but also to love our enemies and pray for our enemies. And that just reminds me of how humanity, when we're born enemies of God. And Jesus is the best example of loving his enemies, loving those that hate him, loving those that don't know him, loving those that are just completely selfish and self-seeking, including myself. And it's hard to wrestle with that. It's hard to wrestle with that I'm still that way in so many ways. I think it'll be a lifelong journey of sanctification, how Jesus will change me over time. I love how Jesus says, if you love only those who love you, what reward do you have? Don't even the tax collectors do the same? Which is so true, because we want to just love people that love us back, or make us feel good, or give us things, or, fulfill like our selfishness, feed our egos. And we're called to not love for those reasons. We're called to love selflessly, to give and to give and to keep giving, which is exactly what Jesus has done for us. He gave his whole entire self torturously to us. And what greater love is there than that?